Hey, buying a house, right? Scary stuff. Probably the biggest investment you will ever make. What's the right way to go about doing it? Hey, it's Amy Lewis from the KFBK Morning News, along with Brandon Hayfley from Catalyst Mortgage, and we've got the Catalyst Report here. And here's the deal. So, this is the biggest investment most people will ever make in their lifetime. So, getting the right real estate agent from the very start is really important, right?
It's huge.
Huge. It's huge.
It really is. I think most people don't put enough emphasis on how important that real estate agent is.
Yeah.
You really have to find somebody that fits your family, that fits you, that gets what you're looking for, understands your needs, your desires, the type of home, the style of home. It really is so important.
Yeah, somebody who's not too pushy or may be a little pushy because you may not feel that way, but you got to have somebody who kind of tells your story, like you said.
Exactly. And I always say interviewing agents, there's a lot of options that people have.
Yeah.
Big companies, small companies.
Right.
You really have the difference. And you have to interview the different real estate agents to find out who's going to be best for you.
Yeah, but it's easy to say you got to interview them, but you've got to know the right kind of questions to ask, right?
Definitely. I think that, when you come to the different companies, the big company, the small company, I'm a proponent of really looking at the smaller companies and taking a bigger look than most people do. And the reason I say that is real estate agents that work at a big box firm, a national brand, might not always be the best for you because of the materials that they provide,
Sure.
The marketing ideas they have. People go to these companies because they want somebody to give them the idea. Say, okay, this is how you want to go ahead and market a property, how you list a home for sale, how you do all these types of things. But are they doing that for everybody else? What's going to make them different? Their idea is different than anybody else. Whereas smaller boutique firms might have a different approach. And I'm not saying the big aren't the best. I'm not saying the smaller real estate firms are the best. But what I'm saying is you really want to interview from different sizes, different types of companies to see what their ideas are to help you achieve success.
Because of what I do, I know a great real estate agent. I really know a great real estate agent. But how do you find that great real estate agent?
It's like shopping for a loan. You really want to look at those different companies and meet with them and really interview them. I always say that if you're a first-time home buyer, you should be sitting down with your loan officer and going through the entire process, how loans work, the things that we've talked about in the past. But at the same time, you sit down with that real estate agent. How are you going to help me achieve success? Are you going to, what types of homes do you think that are best for me? And just see what, after you've given them, what you're looking for, how they're responding to that. What types of areas are they, the school districts, are they providing that information?
Are they really listening to
Exactly.
you? Yeah.
And what you said also a minute ago is important. Are they pushy? I always believe a busy real estate agent is a good agent. When somebody is available 24/7, 365 days a year, and can say, okay, I can meet in 5 minutes, are they really a busy agent that's successful?
That's a good point.
And are they going to push you into potentially buying a home because they need that commission, or they need, they just need that sale? Or are they going to be more, organic and take your time and, let you do your thing? And if they're not available right away, well, that's probably a good thing. That means they're out there working. I also have a big issue, and that's a big issue. My opinion is always work with a full-time agent.
Oh, really?
Full-time agent is who you want to work with. And it's important, just like a loan officer. You don't want to work with a part-time loan officer. Are they going to know what's changing in the market, the different programs, guidelines, and so on like that? But real estate is the same thing. You're going to buy a home or you're going to list your home. You want it to be with somebody that knows that particular market and or knows the area and that is able to give you all the information.
So that's a great real estate agent for people to know, so you know what to look out for. What's a bad real estate agent?
Going back to briefly what I said a minute ago, part-time. I think that's number one. A part-time agent isn't invested in the market, just like a part-time loan officer. They're not invested. I also think that, agents that are the pushy types that aren't busy, you kind of get that feeling that the agents that aren't going to listen to what you're asking, if they're sending you homes that didn't meet the criteria of what you were looking for, that's the type of agent you really want to steer from. But again, when you interview 2 or 3, you can start working and talking to a few, but after that 2-3 weeks, if you're not feeling it with one, thanks.
Yeah, maybe that part-time agent might not be up on the very latest rules and regulations and laws that they need to know of. Maybe they are, but maybe they don't. That's the kind of stuff you need to know. Can an agent be a seller and a buyer in the same situation?
They can. You can definitely, it's called being dual agent. You can actually represent the seller and you can represent the buyer that come in. I'm 100% against it.
Yeah.
A lot of agents in Sacramento do it. A lot of agents in Northern California do it. I'm 100% against it because where's your fiduciary duty?
Yeah.
Where are you? Who are you really representing? Are you? I'm the listing agent. Somebody comes to me and wants to buy. Am I really going to go ahead and negotiate the best on the buyer's behalf, or am I going to be negotiating the best on the seller's behalf, or am I negotiating based off of me getting 5.5% or 6% commission now? You know, they still
Yeah.
get paid. Why?
I'm going to
Always go with the separate agent.
I'm going to turn this question on its head.
Okay.
Would you buy a home using a real estate agent who's a really good friend of yours?
No.
Really?
Never. You know, you it's a great question because I have friends that are real estate
Sure,
agents.
I
Would I
know.
use them? No way. And the reason I say I really wouldn't use them if as a first time home buyer, you know, in those kind of situations, because they're really not, you know, it's a friendship. You're
Yeah.
crossing too many lines. Are they really
Oh,
going
yeah.
to look out for your best interest? Of course, they're going to say they will. They're your friend. Are you going to want to go ahead and use them and give them your business? Well, yeah, but it's friendship. You don't
Yeah.
cross that. You go with a professional that's going to give you true, unbiased opinion and tell you, hey, look, you're looking at the wrong home. This home is horrible. They're not going to people please you. You know, friends tend to, we're nice to each other. We don't want to hurt each other's feelings. Unbiased person, that
Absolutely,
won't do that. They're going to be
yeah.
honest with you and just say, hey, no, don't
Yeah,
do it.
yeah. You wouldn't want to be in a job interview where you were interviewing your best friend and it ends up that you say, can't hire you. So yeah, that's kind of along the same lines. All right, so that's a lot of information to go with, right? Knowing the right agent, using the right agent, and not being afraid to get your opinion out there to get exactly what you want. That's the bottom line, along with all the other information that he told you. So that's what you got with the Catalyst Report. You can find more information at catalystmortgage.com.